Good morning, Tampa Bay. Welcome to this week's Holistic Highlight with My Holistic Club. My name is Amy Holmesy on this beautiful Thursday morning, and I have a very special guest with me this morning that I'm going to introduce you to in just a moment. But for those of you who don't know who My Holistic Club is, I just want to introduce ourselves. We are your holistic club in Tampa Bay and also throughout the country. What we do is real simple. We want to educate people. We're passionate about natural health. We want you to know there's all kinds of modalities out there for your health. But here's our mission statement. Again, our company is called myholisticclub.com, but we are a holistic community coming together to help the body, mind, and spirit in an optimal level of health in a more affordable way. We have all kinds of affiliates on our platform, from massage to chiropractic to salt therapy to herbs to gyms, fitness, all kinds of things, plus a lot of the best health products that you'll ever find. But today, we're going to be talking about neurosomatic therapy. Maybe something you haven't heard of. I've had the pleasure of using it and having it for many years. We're going to also be talking about chronic pain. So let me bring on my guest. So let me bring on Ashley Peeler. Welcome, Ashley. How are you this morning?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. You are welcome. And Ashley's calling in from Clearwater. And folks, I'm calling in from Tampa Bay. But we do reach, again, other states as well. We have a lot of health coaches that work remotely. But today, Ashley, we brought you on because what you do is so important. And I know I have used your services many times. And I'm going to just briefly brag on Ashley. She is my niece, by the way, and I'm very proud of her, what she does, and helping people. And I know I've had 5 car accidents in 30 years, and I have lived with chronic pain for 30 years. And this is one of my modalities. Okay. I do other things as well, but neurosomatic therapy, I was introduced to it 8 years ago. And it's remarkable. So, Ashley, thank you so much again for coming on. And I just want to start by asking you, because a lot of people may not have heard of that, right? We've heard of massage, Swiss massage, deep tissue massage. But Ashley, what exactly is neurosomatic therapy?
Yeah, so neurosomatic therapy really looks at the body as a whole. I mean, you have neuro and somatic, so like nervous system, and then just the whole body as a whole. And we really focus on getting to the root of what's causing someone pain. So we do a few different things. We look at the posture of the body, and then we take that along with whatever pain symptom the client is experiencing, and we use their health history and all the things. We just look at everything and really treat the muscles that need to be treated to fix that pain that someone is experiencing.
I love that. And I love what you said, get to the root, because at the end of the day, that's what holistic health is, getting to the root. We're not masking symptoms. We are getting to the root of the problem. And that's why I'm so passionate about natural health. So what kind of conditions do you and your clinic treat?
Yeah, we treat a ton of different things. A few things that might be different than what you would get from a typical massage. We look at issues such as TMJ, so temporal mandibular joint dysfunction, people that have severe jaw pain, can't open their mouth, really clench. We treat the muscles in the mouth. We also do like cranial adjustments. So we look at the cranium. I'm sure you know the vagus nerve and all of that. If there's pressure on that, that affects a ton of systems like digestion
Your
and
heart?
more. So we look
Yeah.
at that. We also treat your organs. So if you're having digestive problems, we'll massage your intestines. And I know that sounds crazy, but
Okay, explain that, please. Because how did you do that, Ashley?
So, I mean, your organs are made up of the same muscular tissue as, say, your quads or your hamstrings. It's all made of the same tissue. So, if someone is having digestive problems, they're having stomach pain, they're just not digesting properly, they might need their stomach treated, they might need their intestines treated, and we really just work through the abdomen gently. It doesn't take a lot of pressure to work those organs, but sometimes they need a little stimulation and blood flow just like the rest of the body.
Well, when you think about it, that does make sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now you brought up vagus nerve. Can you speak on that for a moment? Because I know that's very important and it does affect many functions in the body. And I think a lot of people are not aware of that. So they're going to the doctor because they have all these symptoms and then there's giving them medicine, right? And this
Mm-hmm.
is not a doctor bashing show, but sometimes we have to get to the root of the problem. We have to know where is it coming from. And it's my understanding with my own injuries and things I've been through, you might have pain in one area, but that problem might be somewhere else. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. That's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So vagus nerve, I mean, it's up in the neck. So like I was talking about like cranium adjustments, like if any of your cranial bones are out of alignment or your top two cervical vertebrae are out of alignment, if there's pressure on that brain stem of any kind,
Mhm.
there's also pressure on the vagus nerve. And if that signal can't get to the body, let's use digestion as an example. If that signal can't get to the digestive system, then the digestive system isn't going to work properly.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
we need to treat the muscles in the neck, look at the cranium, look at C1 and C2, and correct those to get pressure off of all those nerves, especially the vagus nerve, to
Mhm.
restore proper function to the body.
Yeah, and I have read that it could also cause people anxiety, correct? Like one of the symptoms or side effects of the vagus nerve not, I don't know, in alignment or whatever you want to
Mm-hmm.
call it, anxiety, your heart, rate can be high, correct? I mean, it affects all kinds of things.
Yeah, it does. There's a lot up here in the neck. There's lots of
Mhm.
nerves, and like I said, brainstem. Everything needs to go down and send signals to the body. So if that space that all that runs through is compressed, then it just creates a lot of nervous system response. Like
Mhm.
sometimes I'll be treating patients, and you might notice this with people, they close their eyes are like twitching because there's
Mm.
so much neurological signal being sent. And sometimes just loosening the neck, you start to see the eye flitches calm down. So that's an
Oh,
example of
wow. Wow.
getting pressure off of all of that just by working the cervical spine.
Wow, I love that. Now, you could also treat children, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, I know that's an area that you're passionate about.
Yeah. People don't
Can you
really
give an example maybe of, obviously I know we can't mention names or whatever, but can you give a brief example to everyone of a condition maybe that you helped with a child?
Yeah, so the biggest one is like babies that are colicky, or babies that aren't latching. Um, so babies that aren't latching, we would focus on like the tongue muscles and the mouth muscles. And if they're colicky, we would work like there's a sphincter right at the base of your
Mhm.
sternum that connects
Mhm.
the stomach. And we would work that and, do some light work on their belly. The cranium comes back into play with like learning disabilities and behavioral problems.
Wow.
Sometimes there's
Wow.
just pressure on all that, like I said
Mhm.
a few minutes ago, and the signals just aren't being sent properly. And you just got to get pressure off of those areas. And
Wow, that's fascinating. I love that. I love that. So, in closing, a couple things. Tell me how it's different than, because I got deep tissue massage for years
mhm.
because of my injuries and all that. Tell me how this is different. I mean, I'm not,
Hmm.
I mean, they're all good in my book, right? I think they all serve a purpose, right?
Yeah.
But how is this different?
So if you come and see us, you're not gonna lay down and get a full body massage. We're gonna focus on what is bothering you. And if nothing's bothering you, we're gonna do a postural assessment and see where there's any imbalances in the
Mhm.
body. So we're going to focus on what's ailing you the most or what you want to focus on for your own goals. And we're just going to treat you as a person and help you live a pain free life.
I love that. And I'm sure hydration plays a big role, correct?
Of course.
Yeah,
Yes.
drinking water. Okay. So,
Drink water.
Ashley, yeah. So let everyone know where they can find you.
Yeah, so I work out at two places. Most of the week I'm down in Largo at the St. John Clark Pain Treatment Center. That's where I went to school. And I'm very honored to work there with them. They've given me this career. And then you can also find me on Fridays in Dunedin at Puritan Massage and Wellness Center. I'm doing neurosomatic therapy there as well now.
Awesome. I love it. And I met Paul 8 years ago, and
Mhm.
before you went to school there, and he is phenomenal. What he has started right at that clinic, and I mean, he's been doing it forever. So I'm sure he's helped tens and tens of thousands of people get out of pain.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. He
Yeah.
has founded such an amazing thing, and I'm honored that I get to help people.
Yes, that's what it's all about. And that's what we love here at My Holistic Club too. I've had my own health issues over the years, and natural health, I've always turned to it. And because Jack and I are passionate about it, we did start this company to help others. And again, this is about educating and providing information, and people can do with it what they want, right? But it's nice to have options and to know that there's other alternatives out there. So,
Mhm.
Ashley, I want to thank you so much for your time, honey. I know you're busy. And I want to thank you all in Tampa Bay for watching. If you are interested in learning more, Ashley gave where she is. And then you could also contact me at myholisticclub.com. So everyone have a blessed and healthy day. Bye-bye.